What's up, my future one percenters? This is the Trader Champ Cam Jones. I'm not a professional trader, and everything on this channel is strictly my opinion. I'm not telling you to do what I do, I'm just telling you what I'm doing. So let's get right into it. Oh, I got to plug in, the channel is brought to you by the Trader Champ app. Trader Champ is a one-day fantasy stock contest where you can challenge traders from anywhere around the world. In a one-day fantasy stock contest, you can create tournaments or do one-on-one games. It's all free. Make sure that you go to the website traderchamp.cash, or you can download the app in the Android or the Apple App Store. And the channel is also brought to you by Montre, a augmented reality app that lets you share media at specific locations. You can turn audio into augmented reality, photos. So real cool spot. And if you want to control different areas, let's say, people posting Tesla's logos or other logos other things you find offensive in your yard, well, you can just rent your home and then delete everything and control what is posted there. Make sure you download Montre, Montre, in the Apple App Store. All right, Trump tariffs. Today, what is today's date? April 3rd, brutal day. The stock market tanked 5% today. And yeah, I know that freaks people out. Even a veteran investor like myself. And looking at my portfolio, I'm like, man. But the thing that most people don't get is this is where the money is made. You build wealth. You don't build wealth by buying stocks at all-time highs. You just don't. You build wealth when everything's red, people are scared, people are selling, and when prices are down bad. This is when the real ones step in. You know what I'm saying? You don't go to Macy's and you go and you say, I want to buy this sweater at full price. No, you want the sweater at the best price possible. You want the sweater on sale. And that's what's happening right now. Things are going on sale. Like I said, the veteran investor like me, you've been in, 15, 20 years, you don't like seeing stuff like this. If you a young guy just getting started, man, you should be excited. This is a beautiful day. These are the moments that will change your future. This year, this month, this day, 5% drop, over 5% drop in the Nasdaq is a lot of stuff that went cheap, and I'm talking about quality stuff. This is a buying opportunity right here. And I'm not talking about getting some cheapo, $2-3 stock, something like that. I'm talking about buying quality companies. So while everybody else is panicking, you should be preparing, positioning yourself right now, because when the market bounces back, and we all know it will, it happens all the time. You're going to be real glad that you didn't sit on the sidelines for this one. And, I was just talking about buying quality companies, not just buying something because the stock price is cheap. We gotta remember the main goal. The main goal is to grow your money. That's the main goal. I think a lot of people get caught up in, well, I need, X amount of shares. I need at least, 200 or 300 shares in order to make some money. No, let's just say you have $1,000, right? And let me change over to the chart. I've been doing a lot of chart stuff. I wanted to just talk about, I didn't really want to show charts today, but I guess I'm going to do it. We got Apple up right here, but this is quality, but I'm going to show you somebody that I've picked on before. They're easy to pick on. Lucid. Lucid is $2.35. Now, I would recommend, I've been buying Netflix. So keep an eye on Lucid for the beginners that's in here or that's watching this video. Lucid is $2.35. I'm just using this as an example because people will see a stock price at $1, $2, $3, but I'm gonna buy that one. And then you go to something like Netflix. Netflix, $917 right now. And you have $1,000, and you're gonna say, well, with 1,000, I could only get one share of Netflix. And with 1,000, let's just call it Lucid. I just give them the benefit of the doubt. Lucid at $2. Well, that's not the benefit of the doubt. That's actually making it cheaper. I'm just making the math easier on myself. All right, $2. You're getting 500 shares, and you're like, yo, I get 500 shares of Lucid at $2. I'm gonna buy Lucid. Well, Lucid's not the quality company, and keep in mind, your goal is to grow your money. I can't say that enough. Let me put the camera back on me. Your goal is to grow your money. So if you have, no matter if you have 500 shares in Lucid or one share in Netflix, if you make 10%, 10% is 10%. You know what I'm saying? So if you made 10% on Netflix, you made $100 on your 1,000. If you made 10% on Lucid, you made $100 on your 1,000. No matter how many shares you have. That's what I'm saying. Lucid is not a quality company, but you're getting more shares. But you're most likely not going to make the same return. You're most likely gonna make a less return on Lucid than Netflix. Even though it feels good to say I have 500 shares of X company, but X company is no good. Netflix, you could take that same $1,000 and grow it even more. You could double that 1,000 on one share of Netflix within the next year and a half. You're not going to double Lucid. You probably will never. I'm a Lucid hater. I'm gonna just say that right now. You probably never double Lucid. I think Lucid is a company that won't be around in 5 years. They're gonna be bankrupt. So I mean that's just me. I'm admitting it. I'm a Lucid hater. I used to be a Netflix hater, but I like the direction that Netflix is going. But just strictly talking about growing your money, that's what it's all about. It doesn't matter how many shares you have. It matters how fast and how fast the company is growing, how good the company is. And just because I have 500 shares of some stock that is $2 or a stock that's $1 or $3 doesn't mean that I'm in position to make more money than having one share in a quality company. I hope that makes sense. I mean, that's all I have to say. I really don't have nothing else to say. It was a crazy day in the market. I was talking to my boy today, and I was like, man, I can't remember a time that the stock market went down this much in one day. And then we was talking, I looked it up, and in 2020, March, when they first basically announced the pandemic, I think it was March 16th, the stock market went down 12%. Now we're talking about 5% today. That more than doubled that in 2020. And if you would have been buying stocks right then, I always start this show off by saying, "What's up, my future 1%ers? You probably be, maybe you wouldn't be a 1%er, but you'd be about, instead of a 98%er, you'd be like a 50%er. You'd be a 45%er. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you ain't gonna get to a 1%er overnight or in a year. I guess you could do it in a year if you got lucky. There's ways to do it in the stock market, but this is a beginner channel. You're gonna have to get real lucky on the beginner side to do that. But you look back 5 to 7 years from now, and Netflix then quadrupled in price, and Apple and done the same thing, and you look back, you may have started your portfolio out at $5,000, something like that, and now you look back and your portfolio's worth over 100,000, something like that. And you look back at when you made most of your gains, it's going to be times like this right here when the market just straight up tanked. Everybody was scared. Talk about, it's over for the stock market or whatever. This is the time when the one percenters are made. This is the time right here. It's not really time to be scared. It's definitely not time to sell. You know what? I can't really say it's. Yeah, even though it's a beginner channel, I talk about shorting. I did talk about shorting in the last one. I was talking about a firm. So I shorted a firm. It was at like 51, I think. I got out of it somewhere around like 47, something like that. But I said it would go down to 40. Where's the firm at right now? Let's go back to the chart. Woo, 38. I said they'd go down to 40. Hey, what can I say? I'm pretty accurate. That's all I can say. I mean, honestly, that move is accelerated by things that just happened with the tariffs. I mean, it was going down anyway, but this just helped it go down. Something else that is not really doing great and was helped today is Nike. Let's see what Nike. Let me go back. I don't like. I'm sorry for jumping around. Let's go look at Nike. $56. Look at this chart. Look at this chart. Let me get the zoom out. This is just a 1 year chart. Look at that big gap down from 98. Well, from 95, we'll call it, gap down to 77. Just kept going. Nike is one that I'm going to say this and then I'm going to end it. Let me get the camera back on me. Nike is a stock or company that got too complacent, I guess. They didn't want to innovate. They thought they would live off retros and dunks and basically designs from the 80s and 90s forever, while people like Crocs were passing them, innovating. Nike should have had something like a Croc shoe out there. Now they doing it now, but man, it's too late. Crocs are Crocs. You know what I'm saying? You make a Nike Croc. Look, I'm even calling it a Nike Croc. It's not a Croc, but Crocs are Crocs, if that makes any sense. You even look at Skechers. Skechers coming in the game. They got like Joel Embiid. I'm not saying Skechers are better than Nike, but what I'm saying is they left the door open by not innovating in shoe designs and things like that and apparel. They left the door open for these smaller players to come in and compete. Now it's a whole bunch of smaller players competing. Adidas, I guess they've always been a competitor. They're not really that small, but I'm just saying they too close to Nike now. Reebok, nah, you can't say Reebok. You've got what are those one shoes? Hoka's. I forgot who makes them. Man, it was a big list I just saw today. But so many like shoe companies and athletic apparel companies that Nike they thought they were gonna live off old 90s designs and Jordan and all that stuff forever. Nah, man, people move on. Well, they don't really move on, but a younger generation is always coming up and they're always interested in something different. You have to keep innovating. Nike, it's some other people out there that was doing bad, and now it's really accelerating the badness, I'm gonna say. But that's it, man. Just remember, these are the times right here that's gonna make you, when you look back, you're gonna like, man, I made most of my money during that Trump tariff time when I bought this company at this price or this company at this price, and now look at it, because the stock market always bounces back. That's it. I will see y'all next time. Peace.